What's happening, everybody? Eric here, back at you with a brand new video. Now, before we dive into any details, you already know the drill. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button down below. Now, in this week's video, I'm going to be taking all you lovely folks along with me as I show you what an active rest day typically looks like for moi. But really, the purpose of this video isn't to bring you guys along and just show you specifically what my day looks like. It's to give you guys some ideas, hopefully, that you can use and incorporate in any of your rest days. But yes, like I did mention, this is going to be an active rest day, so I'm not going to be laying around on the couch and stuff all day. I'm actually going to be going out and about and doing stuff. It just means that I'm not going to be going to the gym and lifting weights today. But that being said, before we get started with any activities, I haven't had anything to eat yet. I'm pretty hungry, so I think I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be having for breakfast today. All right, let's eat. Now, this is one of my go-to meals when it comes to an active rest day or just a day in general where I know I'm not going to be lifting weights and such, but I definitely want to stay full for a while. So protein oats is definitely going to be one of the best choices that you can make for a few reasons. Number one, it's quick and easy. Number two, it tastes really good, and you can actually tailor it to your own taste buds and personal preferences, which I'll show you while I'm making it. But like I mentioned, it's also going to help you stay full longer. So if you are someone who's currently cutting or in a calorie deficit and you're looking for something to eat first thing to keep you full for a while, this is going to be a great choice for you. But anyways, let's dive in. I'm going to show you how to make this really quick. Now, again, this is really quick and easy, but just to save a little bit of time for the purpose of this video, I left everything out, but I did measure a few things out already. So we're going to be starting with our steel cut oats here. So I'm just going to dump these in here, like so. And what I'll typically do is put in about a cup of water, give or take, in with the oats. So I have that measured already over here. So I'm just going to pour that in. Yeah, that's probably enough. And then what I typically do is just stick my fingers in and just kind of make sure all the oats are soaked nice and good with the water. And then you're going to take the bowl of the oats themselves and put it in the microwave for anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes. All right, so we've got our oats fully cooked right here. And I'm just going to bring this down a little so you guys can see it better right there. Let's bring that in just a little bit more. There we go. Now, what we're going to be doing next is mixing in our powdered peanut butter. Now, if you're unfamiliar with powdered peanut butter and you're sitting here saying to yourselves, Eric, what the heck is that? Let me introduce to you one of the absolute best foods that exists. Now, if you're someone like me and you love peanut butter, but you don't want all those calories and fat that come along with regular peanut butter, powdered peanut butter is the way to go. I'm going to show you guys really quick here, just at the nutritional facts. So for this one here that I got, this is great value that I actually picked up in one of my previous videos where I went over and did a food and toy hunt vlog at Walmart in Detroit, Michigan, which if you haven't seen, I'm going to put a link on the screen for you so you can check it out. But as you guys can see right here, this is a large tub. So it's 50 calories per serving, which is 2 tablespoons and 1.5 gram of fat. So for this recipe, we're actually going to be using 4 tablespoons in total, which I've already pre-mixed, again, just to save some time. So we're going to toss that in here. It's a little on the thick side, but you know, that is how we like them. Love those thick oats, as we say. All right, so that's going to be good enough there. We're just going to add a little. I know you guys can't see that on camera, but I definitely licked that up right there. So now what we're going to do is mix this all in. All right, and it's going to look like so. Now what we're going to do is dump in our blueberries. So I typically use 1 cup of blueberries. Again, I have these already measured out just to save time for the purpose of the video. Dump those in there. And then we're gonna mix these up. Now, I did use frozen blueberries. Honestly, for me, berries obviously don't have a great shelf life for too long, so it makes a lot more sense to just buy frozen for me because you can just kind of pop them out and use them when you need to. And when you're having hot foods like oatmeal, you mix them up like this, and that's gonna help the blueberries unthaw and not stay frozen. So now that's mixed up, so We have that there. Now we're gonna take our banana, peel that off, like so. And then you're just gonna break the banana apart. Doesn't really matter how many pieces at the end of the day. You could always slice it if you wanted to, but personally, just breaking it apart, 4 or 5 pieces is good enough for me. So we've got that right there. And then what we're going to do is take some of this no sugar added syrup, or I think this is now 75% less sugar than maple syrup. So this used to be no sugar added syrup, but yeah, it does have a little bit of sugar in it, but not that much. So just to show you the nutritional value here, it's 40 calories for 4 tablespoons. So not too bad. I typically only use about 3, but what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pour out a few tablespoons here. So 1 and 2, 3, and then we're just gonna mix this up. So again, it's gonna be a little bit of a mishmash the way I'm showing it right now, but that's what the final product looks like right there. And I can honestly tell you that it is absolutely delicious. Now lastly, if you're wondering where the protein portion of the oats came in, you do get a good amount of protein from the powdered peanut butter, but also we're gonna load up with one of these Premier Protein shakes. So I'm just gonna have this on the side while I have the oats. Speaking of which, these smell delicious, so I'm gonna take these down and then we're gonna head out for the first stop of the day on this active rest day. Probably didn't need to use day there twice, but anyways, you guys get the picture. See you in a little bit. All right, everyone, first stop on this active rest day is going for a walk. Now, you guys already know I'm not shy when it comes to going for walks and getting those steps in. I am someone who likes to hit those 10K in steps at least bare minimum every single day, even on my active rest days, even on my just rest days in general. If I'm not trying to be too active, I'm always hitting those 10K in steps in, just because it makes me feel better. And the best way to honestly do it is to start off first thing in the morning so that you get it out of the way, and any other activity that you do from there on in is basically a bonus. But yeah, as you guys saw from the shots, found a nice little trail in my area. So I'm gonna do a loop around here, probably about an hour and a half in total, I figure, time-wise, by the time I'm done. So good chance I'll have my 10K steps in by the time I'm done this walk. But if I don't, I know all the activity that I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the day is definitely gonna give me well above those 10K in steps. But as always, I'm gonna update you guys by the end of the video and show you guys what I finished off with in terms of steps. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're someone who struggles to get in your steps every day and you want to try and get in more, there's a few things you can try. Number one, you could try getting up earlier. If you're someone who works fairly early in the morning, you do like the 9 to 5, maybe try getting up around 6, go for a walk for an hour, go home, shower, get ready, go on with your day. That's personally how I function better. If I get it done first thing in the morning and it's out of the way, then I'm pretty much good to go from there on. But if you're someone who prefers to maybe not get up as early, maybe try just doing it after work. I know it may be a bit harder to be able to find that motivation to get out there and do it after work, but if you give yourself a little wee kick in the bum, you know, I actually did a little kick motion there, but obviously you guys can't see it on camera. But if you give that a try, then after a few weeks, you can build that habit and it just becomes part of your normal routine, the same as getting up and eating and going to work.
But anyways, I'm going to finish up with this walk here. So see you guys in a little bit with the next item up on the list of this active rest day. Laters on the menge. Alright everyone, second activity of the day on this active rest day was playing a little bit of basketball. So I was actually lucky enough that my buddy was free today, so I headed over to his house because he's got a net in his backyard. So we shot the ball around, had some fun. Definitely got a lot of steps in today, which I'm going to update you guys again at the end of the video to let you know what I finish with. But yeah, when it comes to sports, basketball specifically is a great way to get out and get active if you're looking for something to do outside of the gym and lifting weights. And at the end of the day, don't let yourself get caught up with who's got more skill than the other person. If you're really not that good at a sport, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm not great at basketball. I do want to get better, so surrounding myself with people who are better than me is one way that I look at how I can get better. But at the end of the day, just go out, have fun, enjoy yourself. When you're with friends, that's really how it should be anyways. But anyways, I'm super sweaty right now, so I'm gonna head home and take a shower, but I'm gonna jump on here one last time to show you how I typically end my active rest days, with maybe a special guest appearance. No spoilers. All right, see you in a bit.
So we have arrived back home. It is currently just about 10:30 p.m. As you guys saw from the shots, we ended up winding things down by diving into a little bit of nostalgia in the form of Mega Man X on the PlayStation 2, one of my absolute favorite childhood games. That being said though, I did promise you guys an update in terms of final steps on the day. So we ended up ending off with 10,600 and I believe 28 total steps for the day. So a little bit less than kind of what I had thought. So I guess that walk didn't really get as many steps as I thought it might have, or maybe I should have just went a little bit longer. But that being said, still hit that 10K for the day, which is pretty good. At the end of the day, even though it is an active rest day, it's still a rest day. So that being said, I'm pretty proud of where I ended things off. Got lots of cardio in with the walk and playing basketball as well. But I think we're going to wrap things up. But before I do, Tucker, you want to say anything? Hey, buddy. So this is my dog Tucker. So I ended up doing a little bit of dog sitting. So yeah, he probably doesn't look too happy right now. I think I just woke him up. Tucker, you want to say hi to the camera? Want to say hi to the camera? No, you just want to go back to bed, eh? Okay, go back to bed. It's okay, go back to bed. But anyways, that's going to be a wrap for this video. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. Please just remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Toss this video a good old-fashioned thumbs up if you liked it. And be sure to hit that channel bell for notifications so that you never miss a new video of mine. And we'll see you in the next video.